I request the dignitaries to come forward on the dais. We have amongst us Honorable Dr. Mangesh Karat sir. Please give a big hand. A very good morning to one and all present. Honorable guest of honor, Your Excellency, revered dignitaries, honored members of Board of Trustees and Governing Body, esteemed deans, respected directors, learned faculty of MIT fraternity and our ever-vibrant student body. On behalf of the entire family of MIT Art Design and Technology University, I extend a warm welcome to you all for Medical Device Hackathon, MEDHA, in collaboration with MEDHA IIT Bombay. It is indeed a moment to cherish for everyone at MIT because with the initiation of this event, there is one more feather being added to its already loaded cap. MIT is a pioneer in every sense of the word. Hackathons are where your crazy ideas become reality, and to foster such crazy ideas and to make them a reality, MIT School of Bioengineering Sciences and Research in collaboration with MEDHA IIT Bombay have arranged this Medical Device Hackathon 2018. We have amongst us Dr. Renu Vyas, Head, School of Bioengineering Sciences and Research. Dr. Vyas obtained her PhD from Premium National Chemical Laboratory, Pune, and her postdoctoral research from USA. She has an experience of 20 years in industry, research, and academia with many international publications, patents, book chapters, and book tour credit. I request Dr. Renu Vyas, Head, School of Bioengineering Sciences and Research, to welcome all the dignitaries.
Dignitaries on dais, invited guests, members of press, principals, deans, heads, staff, students, and dear participants, a very good morning to you all and a warm welcome. It is my privilege to share the dais and introduce the guests on this occasion of inauguration of Medical Device Hackathon. Now this event, MEDHA, is unique in many aspects, and I will tell you why. This event has brought together 3 big institutes, MIT Pune, IIT Bombay, and CUEP. It has not only brought these 3 institutes together, it has also brought diverse disciplines like engineering, mechanical engineering, electronics, medicine, design, and also it has brought participants from as far as Madurai, Trichy, Hyderabad, Patiala into our campus. So, dear audience, let's join our hands together and first salute the event itself. Basic rules very clearly specify a small inauguration function, so I am duty bound to give only a brief introduction and welcome to all the members on the dais. First and foremost, dear audience, a very warm welcome to our chief guest, Padma Vibhushan Dr. K. Sancheti. A living legend, a medical icon, no adjective is enough to describe sir. His presence has added a new charm to the function, and we are all looking forward to listen to his speech. Come on, join your hands together and welcome to sir, and thank you so much. I also take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Suresh Gaisa sir, President Maya Trust, also eminent popular doctor and a very good human being. Further, I very humbly welcome Dr. Mangesh Karat sir, Executive President of MIT ADT University. Sir wears many hats. He is an able administrator, passionate teacher, an entrepreneur and initiator of several innovative endeavors under the MIT flagship. Very delighted to have you, sir. We also have on our dais Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Sunil Rai sir, the beacon of academic light of MIT ADT University. A warm welcome to you, sir, and we truly appreciate your enthusiasm in joining us for all the events of our institute. We also have the privilege of having 2 eminent guests, or I will call them mentors of this event. Professor P. Ravi, he could not make it, he's not feeling well, but he will be coming in the afternoon. And and Dr. B.B. Ahuja, Director of COAP. Prestigious Engineering Institute. Most welcome, sir, and thanks to the parents for the success of the event. A warm welcome to all the guests in the front rows, and a very, very warm welcome to the audience. I request Namrata to come forward and carry the session in a time-bound manner. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. It is customary in our Indian tradition to initiate any auspicious beginning by invoking the god to seek their blessings. I humbly request the august audience to stand for the world peace prayer. Let us join as one to request the heaven to grant peace to mankind.
जय जय स्वसंवेद्या आत्मरूपा देवातुति गणेषु सकलार्थमतिप्रकाशु म्हणे निवृत्तिदासु अवधारि गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते।
As the lamp of knowledge is lit, we pray that it may continue to light up our path to prosperity and growth. And I also pray that this light of knowledge spreads far and wide in different parts of the world. Can be better than the present, and I have the power to make it so. And we have amongst us such a person who really had the power to make the future better. With great pleasure, I take this opportunity to introduce you all the founder director of MIT School of Bioengineering Sciences and Research, Professor Dr. Vinayak Dhesar sir. Sir is a technology management professional with more than 23 years of industry experience in the USA. He has deep expertise in healthcare software. I now request Sir to please come forward for his welcome speech.
Good morning, everyone. Just testing which mic is working. I hope you are all energized for this function. Yes? Okay. I'm not actually going to read anything here because I can't read anywhere with the light. So good morning again, everyone. Welcome to MEDHA Medical Device Hackathon jointly organized in collaboration with IIT Mumbai and hosted by MIT School of Bioengineering Sciences and Research, which is a constituent unit of MIT Art Design and Technology University, as you all know. We are being helped here by COP, College of Engineering, Pune. Thank you, sir, for being such a graceful co-host and helping us out, as well as BJ Medical. Here. So, I was saying thank you, BJ Medical and COP teams are here. Thank you for helping us arrange this function. The MIT School of Bioengineering, it's in our DNA to the way we have designed the whole, our mindset is become, and that's the way the course is designed. It's everything is all about practicals, doing things. That's a better way to learn things, So we also have, of course, a lot of lectures, but we have a lot of stress on practicals, how you do things, and that's what is very important, and that's the way you learn things, right? What we also try and have inculcated is the entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship is the way to take this country forward with the innovations. That's our strong belief. So we are constantly trying our best to expose our students to new ideas and encourage them to try out new things. Unfortunately, we are in a system where if you have an idea and you want to make it work, you meet a lot of people who tell you how that will not work. Right? That's where we are. But we want all the youngsters, all you guys, as well as the professionals, we want to encourage you to try out things without worrying about the failure. Because every failure, believe me, every failure you'll learn things. This is very personally close to my heart. I have gone through all the pains and failures and hard work and success of startup and running a company. So I know that firsthand. There's nothing like doing that. Trying things out. Don't worry about failures. You have to try it out. I think that's the main message here behind this hackathon. So how do we do it? The way we do it is you look around, find like-minded people who want to do things better, who are trying to bring positive change, who have this noble vision, large goals and noble visions, and then you work with them, and that's exactly what we are doing here by working with IIT MEDHA. When we met with Dr. B. Ravi a little over a year ago, I was pretty blown away. The vision is simple: promote medical device manufacturing in India. It's a one simple statement, but it's backed up by a very good approach, a good methodology, and a series of steps and being executed very well every year and year. And that's why we decided, these are the people we want to work with, and here we are in our first MEDHA event arranging this function. We have all the luminaries with us, none other than Padma Vibhushan Dr. Sancheti sir, Dr. Suresh Desai sir, founder, my father as well. Why these two very senior doctors are here? Because the curiosity and the excitement of innovation is driving them. That's the reason they are here. It's not because we went and invited. They are very passionate about it. Dr. Sancheti himself loves the medical device innovation. And my father is ever a curious person about new things. Dr. Mangesh Karad, our executive president, and Dr. Sunil Rai, our vice chancellor, they are our driving and mentoring forces here. Every function, small, big, whatever size and scale, they're here to always support it and see through what we are trying to do. That the constant encouragement support is just phenomenal. Thank you, Dr. B. Ahuja, again for helping us hosting this. Thank you all the COP and BJ Medical faculties here as well. So MIT Bioengineering team led by Dr. Renu has worked really hard to put this together. I'm sure all participants will learn here and learn a lot of things with the experience that comes in participating in a hackathon, coming up with a new product. So I think why we are really here is because the excitement of innovation is driving us. That's why we are here. We actually want to be witness of birth of new ideas and new products. We all want to witness that. That's probably driving us here. So are you all ready for that?
Yes.
Louder? Yes. Okay. So good luck to all the participants and welcome again to the MEDHA 2018 event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. He is a catalytic learner and a leader, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you all distinguished Vice Chancellor of MIT Art Design and Technology University, Honorable Dr. Sunil Rai, sir. Sir holds a PhD in Business Continuity Management Consultant, an academician, business leader, and administrator, commissioned officer in the Indian Navy for more than 20 years. I take this opportunity to request our Honorable Vice Chancellor to speak a few words on this occasion.
Very good morning to all of you, and welcome to this first ever path-changing event MEDHA 2018. It's my honor and privilege to welcome the iconic leaders from the medical world, Dr. Bhushan, Dr. Sanjiti sir, our own founder, Dr. MEDHA sir. It's my privilege and honor to welcome you, sir. Your presence is highly motivating and direction setting for all of us for this wonderful initiative that we have taken. I also welcome our mentor, Dr. Mangesh Karad, the Executive President of MIT Arts Design and Technology University, the force behind all the great things that are happening in this campus, and I will share with you in a little while about a few of those. Welcome, sir. I also welcome Dr. Ahuja, the Director of COEP. COEP is an institution that all institutions in and around Pune and in the country look up to for excellence in brilliance, and sir, your presence there is really encouraging. Thank you very much. Dr. Vinayak and Dr. Renu, between them are putting together what I am very confident one of the finest institutions of learning in the area of bioengineering and biosciences. And it only complements these efforts of the great university. All the participants of this MEDHA who have come from outside the university, I welcome you all. I welcome you to this finest campus in the country. I don't say it, SOCHM said it last year. So MIT ADT is the finest campus in the country. I was expecting some claps. You are free to clap here whenever you want, right? This is MIT ADT campus. Last year, of course, we have been rated as the best state-private university. The thing continues. The spirit at MIT ADT University is livened by the presence of few of the photographs that you see here. The father of this institution, which is Honorable Dr. Vishwanath Karadji, here at my back, and he is always guided by Swami Vivekananda there on my left. And of course, right on top you see Mr. Raj Kapoor. This auditorium is called the Raj Auditorium. This is being mentioned because all these people are symbol of excellence, spirituality, and above all, creativity. And this is the mantra, this is the DNA of MIT ADT University. I would like to share a few of the things which are relevant to our today's this function. I've already complimented my colleague Dr. Vinayak and Dr. Renu for setting up some very fine initiatives. Every Saturday, the students of biotechnology and bioengineering sciences actually debate, mull over, and actually try and analyze what is latest happening in the fields of the three areas or the focus areas of biomedical instruments, biotechnology and bioinformatics. Every Saturday. And whenever I want to learn something, pick up some vocabulary. As Vice Chancellors, we got to impress people. So if I have to pick up some vocabulary in this area, I always just go to that Saturday and attend those sessions. And they are excellent sessions. The students have been extremely good. To add to that effort, one of my final remarks is that I had visited as a part of our internationalization program, US few universities, one of them notable one being Virginia Polytechnic University. Virginia Polytechnic has one of the very unique distinction of, along with technology, advanced in the area of biosciences and biomedicine. They actually call their institute not Biosciences Institution but Institute of Biocomplexities. It's a new thought that they have brought in, and that institute is being headed by somebody from Pune. His name is Dr. Madhav Marathe. Dr. Madhav Marathe is heading that institution. I learned it from him that the medical practices and the way of life here that we have in India are actually now becoming the focus of research and study in US. Not that now becoming, had already become. In the area of immune systems and immunology, whatever are the latest research that are being published from that, Madhav tells me, are actually deeply ingrained in the Indian philosophy of how to prepare this human body to make it immune to all the kinds of diseases. So, as Dr. Vishwanath Karad, our founder, keeps on saying that India is going to lead this whole initiative of knowledge dissemination in the world is almost coming true. And towards that, I also shared with him as to what we are. I'll continue, I think, with my voice, and I still look the same, so don't worry about the lights. So he was talking about some biomedical instruments, the way they are doing. I think the most complex instruments are going to be the biomedical instruments. They have a technology, all the technology goes into it, whether it's mechanical engineering, electronics, electrical, or whatever. So it's a very highly integrated science. What is there at Virginia Polytechnic is something called ICTAS, which is an integrated science and technology lab. I have visited several universities, I have not seen any wonder like that. Amongst other things of nanotechnology, initiated research, which they are working with Rolls-Royce for advanced engines, which will make us reach here to US in 7 hours, is something which is happening, that work there. But what we saw there is that actually their most advanced works is happening in the area of biomedical instruments. And when I shared that in our betting lab, our students, our postgraduate students are working on an artificial limb. Here they have taken care that we will create those artificial limbs at 1/3 the cost which is there in the market. So I will of course wish Reju and the team very much to create that. So we are all at the right place. MEDHA is at the right place because biomedical devices innovation is one of the very focused areas which this school is taking care. Along with betting and COEP, we are very, very fortunate that this event has been put together. We look up to you youngsters. Your ideas, what you come up today, will actually make us leaders in this whole area of biomedical instruments, right from diagnostics to supports. And tomorrow, as we all keep learning, all these things will become a part of the body through bioimpregnable chips, etc., and so on and so forth. So we look up to you for a lot of good ideas in this particular area. I wish you all a very good competition and wishing all the best to MEDHA 2018. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I take this opportunity to invite Professor Dr. Mangesh Karad, sir, Executive President, MIT Art Design and Technology University, an eminent and well-known educationist who has been active member of Management Council of Savitribai Phule Pune University for the last 10 years. I request sir to enlighten us with his motivating words.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Chief guest of today's program, Honorable Dr. Sanjay sir, our founder, Dr. Suresh Gesa sir, the guest of honor, Dr. Ahuja, the director of the most self-driving institute, or I will say mother institute of the country, College of Engineering, Pune. Our director, great acknowledgement by the faculty and by the students. So they deserve it. Dr. Ahuja, they deserve it. Our founder, Dr. Karat sir, is also, alumnus of COAP. So that is a mother institute. Dr. Vinayak Gesas, Dr. Renu Bass, our principal of the MEDHA Medical College, Dr. Gupta, other faculty members from the BJ Medical College, College of Engineering, Pune, and my all young participants who have come here from the country, from different parts, from the south and from the north, of the south and the north. It's a wonderful, we have started bioengineering. We have started bioengineering in 2016, and this is now third year going on. Dr. Vinayak Gesas, it was his initiative. He emphasized we should start bioengineering, and it is a requirement of the society. And then when we studied, we really realized that bioengineering, the faculty of bioengineering is a real requirement of the society, and so MIT University has started this faculty since last, this is the third year. And Dr. Ravi from BTech, he approached us 2 years back, and then he talked to Dr. Vinayak, and with their collaboration, MIT has taken the step to establish the BTech lab at the campus. The lab is for the innovation in the bioengineering area, in the biomedical equipments. That is very good step. And I'm very proud to say MIT ADT is also, as rightly said, our country is in need of entrepreneurs. Because without entrepreneurs, our country cannot progress. Our country cannot become prosperous country. Our country cannot generate more and more jobs. And we cannot, the larger objective is we cannot serve the humanity, our population. So with that, aim, MIT ADT is also has set up the incubation center, technology incubation center, and in that technology incubation center, biotechnology is one of the prime area for the innovations. And this incubation center is funded by the NITI Aayog, Government of India. We are going to, promote the good ideas of the bioengineering, biotechnology areas. We are going to fund them for the period of 2 to 3 years. Every incubatee who will have the good solution, right? Like this in MEDHA, if somebody comes with a good solution, and if our team of the incubator center, they approve the idea, then the idea will be further incubated at our incubation center. This is the most important thing I want to share with you, because you are coming from different parts of the country, and you can come here after your or you can start working on your idea in our incubation center. So this is very important. About MIT ADT University, our Vice Chancellor has already said. I will not, this is a wonderful campus, and fortunately, you please visit. The biggest dome is coming on the campus. This you can say as a dome, 160 feet in diameter, and height is 263 feet. As you have come from different parts, so you can visit that dome, which will be inaugurated on the 2nd of October. It will be the 8th monument, you can say 8th wonder of the world. So this is just additional information for you. Rest, I hope I will be best wishes for this innovation competition, MEDHA 2018. MIT, last 2 years, MIT is participating in Hackathon by the Government of India, the Government Hackathon competition, and they have won number of competitions. So MIT has that culture of innovation, and innovation is the need of the hour. Without innovation, we can't survive. Everyone says it. Now, if we see all the new companies like Facebook, WhatsApp, or Flipkart, Amazon. The founder of the Amazon is the richest man on this earth today. in hardly 2 minutes he earns $1 million. So with the innovation, he has done the business. Alibaba, Jack Ma, he also he has done the same business in an innovative way. So innovation is the key. For your field, you have to develop new equipments. As rightly said, human being, life of human being, comfort of human being is the concern of the society. Still, there are so many diseases and so many problems of the human being are to be tackled. There are a number of problems medical faculty may be knowing. So this is the challenge for you people to tackle the problems and make the life of the human being more comfortable, more more peaceful in coming years. And with that hope, MEDHA 2018 will help to the certain extent. So that is my that is my hope. So with these words, once again I welcome Dr. Desai sir. I am especially happy because he has come here. Nowadays he generally do not travel much, but so early he has come here to bless the program and bless the School of Bioengineering and the university. So I am really grateful to you, sir, Dr. Desai sir. Dr. Sancheti ji is a very senior man. I think he is more than 80 years now. But 83 years. He starts his day at, I think his first operation maybe at 5 p.m. or 5 p.m. So he is a real role model for we people, we young people, how efficient, how hard working we should be. So, and we really salute you, Dr. Sancheti sir. And he is very enthusiastic, he is very much collaborating. He connects himself to the number of organizations, number of people of a different background, different cultures, and he motivates them. So Dr. Sancheti sir, we are really thankful to you. You are an unofficial member of MIT family. You have a number of occasions. So you have come here, so we are happy and we are really delighted. The Karat sir especially conveyed the special thanks to you. He could not come here because he comes here every day and he remains here till late night by 10 p.m. So thank you very much. Dr. Ahuja ji, you are a special person. He is a little senior to me and he is my friend also. So you have come here and he has always helped MIT in a number of ways. COEP is working as a collaborating institution with our other institution, MIT Academy of Engineering at Alandi, which is autonomous institution. And you are a really great soul. I am really happy you are coming here. Thank you, Dr. Ahuja. And thank you to all the faculty members and best luck to all the students. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now we have amongst us one such vibrant personality who has achieved a lot in the field of medicine. He is the founder, director and chief orthopedic surgeon of Sancheti Institute for Orthopedics and Rehabilitation. Sir is the chairman of Postgraduate Institute of Orthopedics, Postgraduate Institute for Physiotherapy and Hospital Management, chairman Pune Health Services Private Limited and Hospital Consultancy Services. He is also the member of President Indian Orthopedic Association and past president of Maharashtra Orthopedic Association. Honorable Professor, Examiner and member of several high-level core committees of various universities and healthcare-related committees of Government of Maharashtra and Medical Council of India. In recognition of all these achievements, he was awarded Padma Shri in 1991 and Padma Bhushan in the year 2002 and Padma Vibhushan in 2012. A very big hand to sir. It is really our privilege to have one such personality amongst us as a chief guest for this event. Dr. K.H. Sancheti sir, I request sir to kindly address the audience as I am sure all of us are eagerly waiting to hear him.
Before I start my speech, I bow down to Swami Vivekananda, Raj Kapoor and Dr. Vishwanath Karat. Chief guest of today's function, Dr. Basant Ahuja, my good friend and director COEP, and also managing trustee of Inlac Hospital in Pune. Two things together, engineer and managing medical college, hospital. Dr. Hasas, my friend, we were together in medical college, had lots of fun together, and again nice to sit with you, Dr. Hasas, Dr. Mangesh Karad, Vice Chancellor, Dr. Rai, Vinayak, Yas, Dr. Gupta, Dean of the Medical College, and dignitaries and dear friends. What a pleasure to come here and address you all in this Raj Kapoor Memorial Auditorium. I had been to this place when Raj Kapoor was my patient long back before 20-25 years, and he was really a genius. As you know, what he has done in the film industry, and what thing we can learn from him, that when we have to depend on someone, it is not nice, so that we cannot deliver the things in time. So he started this large studio, and from here everything he did himself and went ahead. Same thing I can see with Professor Vishwanath Karad, Dr. Karad. See how big various campus he has made. He was a student of COP, I remember very much. And see what people can do, miracles. Vivekananda ji, spiritual guru, you know, with by 2 words, when he went to America first time, saying, my dear brothers and sisters, and he got claps for 10 minutes, standing ovation, only for one sentence, my dear brothers and sisters, that kind of add-on we have got here in front of you. Dear friends, what does it mean? It means that, and again I see here young patients, and Dr. Gaisas and Dr. Karad, when I see these young faces, I was thinking they will be very junior, they will not be very competent, etc., etc. But I am pleasantly disappointed. And you know why? Because your faces look mature. Let me tell you, the maturity doesn't come by seeing the rainy seasons, number of rainy seasons. It comes by involvement. And whatever we do, if we are involved, that involvement gives us extra energy, gives us a different look, looking at the things differently, and what is exactly is the requirement of innovation. There is a difference between research and innovation. Research is an analytic study. Innovation is finding out something new to help the mankind. Well, there are lots of things we can do innovation. And this innovation in medical science, I can say, is totally in the hands of Dr. Ahuja. All engineers have taken over in the medical field, and we cannot move left and right without the help of engineers. We want to operate on a patient, we want to have a cautery instruments, they are designed by engineers. We want a laminar flow to make a dust-free environment in the theatre, again that is invented by engineers. So it is the right thing to have a collaboration between bioengineers, medical students, and also physiotherapy students, as I can see here. This medical device hackathon is an appropriate step because you all youngsters have got a lot of ideas. Lot of ideas. Even small children, when they ask some questions to their parents, it makes them to scratch their head. And something new comes to their mind. It is what is required is to create an environment for these ideas to grow, and exactly this MEDHA 2018 is creating an environment. Competition is a base of success, is a base where you can competitively, not by putting your foot on somebody's shoulder, by showing how better you are than others, you will win the competition. And this competition spirit is basically seen in everybody, every human being. My dear friends, tap your all sources and you will come out with different new ideas. And that's what we expect from you young generations of Indian people to come forward and make our India the first innovative country in the field or in the world, as we are progressing on that line very much. If I were to cite you my example, Dr. Ahuja knows that when joint replacement operations started in India, all the joints were imported from America, Europe, etc., etc. They were very expensive. And most of the patients could not afford that kind of expensive joint, artificial joint to put inside the knee. So what I did, I wanted to do innovation. But for innovation, this is I'm telling you, in 2000, when Mr. Vasant Ahuja helped me a lot to do, I wanted to design a knee joint, what is called as index knee, and I could do that with the help of engineers. What I did, when to communicate with them, I learned all their engineering language, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, then all the softwares, all the softwares you can learn, and I know all the 3D softwares, AutoCAD, I know, I can read the mechanical drawings, and I can also discuss with the engineers, even though I am a medical person. So what I want to tell you, don't feel shy to express what you are having difficulty. Ask any difficulty. Don't feel shy. By asking difficulty, you get answers, and that you remember more than what you read in the books. And that's exactly. People say, some reporter wanted to know my history, and he told me, Dr. Sanjeevi, you must have read lots of books. I told him, I'm sorry, I cannot read the books, but I can read the person. And by reading the person, what is it doing? Discuss, express, and you can get newer knowledge, newer ideas, and never feel shy about it, asking any small silly question also what you think silly. It is never silly, it's a question which will lead you to some innovation. You are in the environment with big people here, and this will go a long way because this institute has got bias land from Rashtrapur, combined Vishwanath Karan, and all these dignitaries here, Vice Chancellor, Vinayak and Vyas, etc., are there to guide you. Only thing what you need is little courage to go to them, ask them anything what you want to know. Don't feel shy. Have a discussion with your colleagues. Have good thing today and tomorrow, and come out with the new ideas and win the prize. I'm sure all of you would be more than any other place like IIT Bombay, Dubai. Then this similar organization, similar method was there in COAP, and in Nagpur also we are going to have, and if we have in Nagpur. So, it's in different places only. Let us see that other institute tops the list and gets over the other institutions with heavy weight. I thank you to the organizers for this function and coming in contact with the new faces and young people, because there is a selfish interest of mine to always honor such invitations. Because when I come in contact with the young people, I get energy. And that energy keeps me driving, working. I get up at 4 o'clock, then do my exercises, and then come to the hospital at 6 o'clock, and till 6 o'clock in the evening, I work without any break, and yet I find energetic only because of these people. This Megathon a good success, and I am sure a lot of people from you will come out with new innovations. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, sir. And now it's the time to felicitate our dignitaries with the token of our gratitude and love. It's our absolute privilege to have with us today Honorable Dr. K.H. Sancheti, the founder, director and chief orthopedic surgeon of Sancheti Institutes for Orthopedics and Rehabilitation, I request Dr. Mangesh Karaj sir, I request Dr. Suresh Dhaisa sir to felicitate our chief guest, Dr. K.H. Sancheti, with a token of our love. I request Dr. Mangesh Karaj sir to felicitate Dr. B.V. Ahuja sir, Director, COEP. I request Dr. Sunil Rai sir to felicitate Dr. Suresh Dhaisa sir, President Maya Trust. Sorry sir, it's not our request. May I now invite Dr. Renu Vyas madam to come forward for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Namita. It's a great honor to propose a vote of thanks on this joyous occasion. First and foremost, I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Sancheti, for coming here despite a very busy schedule. Sir, we are honored by your cheerful presence and your wonderful speech. We are deeply inspired and would like to invite you again whenever an opportunity presents. My sincere thanks to President Meyer and founder Dr. Suresh Dhaisa sir for coming here today and gracing the occasion. Sir, we always seek your blessings in all our endeavors. Thank you so much. My heartfelt sincere thanks to Professor Mangesh Karaj sir for his support in general and MEDHA in particular. At every occasion I met him, he always says, "Madam, I want my engineering to be one of the best institutes on campus." And it is his faith in us that really drives us towards progress. Thank you so much, sir. We have another great support and Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Dr. Sunil Rai, who has the secret is he has a soft corner for our institute. He appreciates even our small accomplishments. And please accept our thanks for always boosting our life. Friends, last year I had met an IIT professor at Bombay event, and he invited me as jury to the MEDHA event held last year with COP. Now MEDHA is after MEDHA, and Dr. Ahuja sir will explain later. MEDHA event is after those who qualify MEDHA go to MEDHA. So last year I attended this camp in COP. And it was a Sunday 9 a.m. so you can imagine it required a lot of, willpower. So I went there, and I'm glad I went. And I was really, I have the words to express the kind of innovation, the charged atmosphere at COP. And I was sitting there and dreaming in COP auditorium. 4-5 साल बाद अपने आप ही करेंगे. And you have the support of an IIT professor like Dr. Ravi. And support of a very successful entrepreneur in US, Dr. Dhaisa sir, dreams can be fast forwarded to reality. And just in 1 year we are organizing this event here. Friends, I really want to them and please give a round of applause. Without their backing, I cannot do this. Director Sir, Director COP Sir, it's very nice to connect with you. Thank you immensely for the moral support you have given. And let me tell you one thing, we are very, very humbled by the support your team has given us. It's very difficult to take all the names. But I will make sure Professor Sanjeev was in it. And we have been like exchanging emails, phone calls and every day. And it's very rare now in today's time, when somebody sends a mail like, I know it's the last day today, you must be preparing. If you need any help, let me know. So thank you so much, Sanjeev sir, for that small email, but really boosted my morale. It felt very nice, and we are very humbled by the entire team, the way you have helped us. They have come here yesterday, and they have been helping us so much. Thank you so much. I also thank the Vedic team led by Rupesh, very energetic, dynamic person here, and of course missing Dr. Ravi now. But thank you so much, entire Vedic team. They also came last night, and they have been helping us throughout. Thank you so much. My sincere thanks to principals of all institutes in Rajput campus who have taken help from everyone. And from design school, from food technology, Dr. Pawar is here. Design school, Nachiket, Dr. Nachiket, Harshit is here. And all the institutes, we have taken direct or indirect help from everyone. And now I may sound like a parrot to some of you, but because every time I repeat this again and again in all my speeches that I have been blessed with a very good staff. My heartfelt sincere thanks to my entire staff, teaching, non-teaching, because they always stand beside me. They believe in my dreams, sometimes even my crazy ideas, but they put in their best efforts. Thank you so much. No students, I have not forgotten you. I ceased to be a teacher the day I forgot you. I have not forgotten you. And my sincere thanks to all my bioengineering students. Not only my bioengineering students, I also thank students who have come from Malmö Medical College, who have come from design school. Thank you so much. You are the reason for this event. As Dr. Sanjeev sir has very happily said, you are the reason, you are the motivation. In such younger years, you show the spirit of innovation. You showed so much of enthusiasm and energy levels that I really felt confident to take up this event forward. Of course, many thanks to the dear MEDHA participants. I'm very happy you have come from far and wide. And thanks to you all. And hope you like our hospitality. Please feel free to connect with us for anything you may need. And please be comfortable here. Best of luck to all the participants. And please don't think this hackathon is like, some unhealthy competition. You have to stay all night, stress out, win prizes. It's not that. It is that and much more. It is that it's a chance for you to think out of the box, to work in diverse teams, and think of solutions. Thank you so much. You don't need grand facilities. All you will need is an imaginative mind. You have come with an imaginative mind, I'm sure, and we will provide the rest. All the best to all of you. And let me tell you, tomorrow you have a very eminent jury. We will have Dr. U. Chandrasekhar, Pro Vice Chancellor, Ventec University. We will have BJ Medical College doctors and Dr. Kuthe from Nagpur. And you will really you will enjoy interacting with them, and they will give you useful tips how to carry your ideas forward. So, with these words, I'll conclude, and I sincerely hope that this event will be the harbinger of a new, low-cost, high-quality medical device, which is what is the objective of the event. Thank you all so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. With this, we come to the end of the inauguration ceremony. Thank you, everyone. Now we'll begin with the MEDHA Hackathon activities. May I request the guests on the dais to take the front row seats.
Good morning, everyone. Let my first word be a word of gratitude. I'd like to thank the organizers of this wonderful event called MEDHA. Both Dr. Vinayak and Dr. Renu for having stepped forward to organize this event. It's something very, very unique. And I'm sure each one of you sitting here at the end of 2 days, would have experienced something very different. This presentation that I make today is on behalf of Professor V. Ravi. He is our leader, our inspirer, our motivator. He was the one in 2014, and maybe a little much earlier than that also, being at IIT Bombay. In fact, I remember he showing me a book. He had written a book, Make in India, many years ago, much before the launch of Make in India by our Honorable Prime Minister. He's very passionate and always wanting to do something for the country. And he's unwell, but he has promised that he will be with us, with all of us this evening. And he called me up yesterday and he was not sounding well on the phone as well. But he said definitely I will come to Pune. And of late he has been traveling a lot and taking in. So it was kind of him to, as I said, it's his presentation and my name put over there, labeled there. But I'm going to take you through the small journey of this one little human being who wants to make a difference to our country. It is his idea of having this biomedical engineering and technology incubation center. We call it MEDHA. He is the originator, he is the creator. He is the curator, he is the facilitator. He's all in all. You meet him this evening and you will see you are transformed. And as he started this, it was very kind of him to think of COEP. And his linkage with CAP was Dr. Sandeep Anasane, because Sandeep had worked with him earlier at IIT Bombay. And that is how CAP could get connected. And then we also had DNIT Nagpur coming in with Professor Pute, also an energetic, committed soul in this one cause of doing something different for the masses of the country. And this Betic Center is very ably supported by Dr. Rupesh. He's here. He's reflection of Professor Hari. Sir, please. We want all help from He lives Betic. If you want to know anything about Betic, he is the Bible of it. Only a little about him. Most of his time is spent in IIT Bombay, his PhD and his association with Professor Ravi. Only a little part prior to that was that he was with CAP. He's a CAP analyst. 2003, right? Amazing man of simplicity, humility. You meet Dr. Rupesh, he will not give you this impression that he is so learned and so full of knowledge. We'll just run you through what it is all about and about this one person, Professor Ravi, who has created a moment, so to say, in the country. Wherever we go, whatever fora we go, we always hear of Professor Ravi and his works. A little journey into this indigenous medical device innovation. Medical treatment is unaffordable at times, more so in our country. and to many it is also inaccessible. There are many who live in those villages, those pockets of the country where there is no medical aid. And what is it that we can do to serve them better? It is with this thought, right, and also to promote more jobs, more entrepreneurs in the country, to promote Make in India. He has a slide, where he says, it's made in India for Indians, created in India for Indians, ideated in India for Indians. So whether it is therapeutic care, whether it is diagnostic, whether it is rehabilitative, whether it is surgical aids that we need, in any domain, and who better than students sitting here understand the importance of biomedical devices. When you talk of engineering, I think all of us came into engineering because we all loved mathematics. And by and large, most of us who took mathematics left out biology because we wanted to become engineers. In fact, at COEP in 2007, we introduced biology in our curriculum at the engineering college, COEP. Every student at COEP now takes a course in biology. Why? Because we realize that as technology is growing, we have what is called as machine learning. We will have in time to come machines communicating with machines, cars communicating with cars, making use of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence was there even 30 years ago. But now with the ease of computational power and superior algorithms, we make use of artificial intelligence in day-to-day products. And if you want a machine to learn, to mimic the human mind, then you need to know how does the mind think. So it's more important to know biology. And what better than this bioengineering school here. These are some of the facts. There was an article, in one of the magazines as to what is taking away Indian lives. There are chronic diseases, chronic ailments. You get onto dialysis. Once you're onto dialysis for life. Very expensive treatment. You need to dialyze at least 2 times in a week, 3 times in a week, depending upon the condition of the kidneys. It's chronic. Once you get onto it, you get onto it. And many people cannot afford. Many people cannot afford dialysis. Heart strokes, cancer. We have all the kinds of diseases that one could think of, and we have many people dying every day for want of proper medical aid. If you look at the figures, India spends only 5% of its GDP on the medical aid. Whereas USA it's 18% and worldwide, the rest of the world is about 10%. This is the kind of importance we give to healthcare in our country. If you look at the per capita expenditure, it's only $70 as against 100 times more, $7,500 in the USA. 70% of the expenses are paid out of pocket by the Indians. India's medical device market is 6 billion, 40,000 crores. 40,000 crores. Every year. Less than 300 facilities, good manufacturing practices certification. 90% of the firms have their revenues less than 50 crores. It's only big players which go into hundreds of crores as turnover. Very few, the big names, Philips, Siemens, GE Healthcare, Wipro. These are the big names, otherwise it's all small timers with less than 50 crores. 80% of the devices imported. You go to a hospital, you ask for a ventilator, it's imported. Dr. Sancheti mentioned cautery machine. You have Indian make, but you want to use the import. Probably what he didn't mention, Dr. Sancheti, my association with him goes back to almost 20 years ago, 1998, 99. I first happened to interact with him, and he wanted to develop some knee joints. And what a combination, an engineering mind that he has. I wish I could speak to you, all of you, in his presence. In 1999, he was thinking of composites to be used as knee joints. He asked us to develop one such joint, Teflon based. He wanted us to characterize that Teflon to study what are the tribological properties, what is the wear and tear. And he invited me to his hospital. So I thought I'm going to his hospital to see X-ray machines and X-rays, and he will just tell me what it is. And then he said, okay, I will show you around my hospital. So I said, what am I going to do? See wards, see patients, what will I see? I was telling myself, I didn't tell him anything. He took me around, introduced me to his team, everyone, operation theatres, everything. Then he said, let's go down to the basement. I thought basement will be a dungeon, what is he going to have there? Maybe some facility here and there. And I was surprised. I was absolutely stunned by what Dr. Sancheti was doing. He had CAD/CAM systems installed. And this person was talking, he talked of AutoCAD, This person was talking of 3D modeling. And he was showing me on his computer screen, the different types of knee joints that he has created. And he had people working for him. Amazing engineering mind. And then he said, okay, let's go further inside. And I was tempted to see what is next. And as I went in, I saw a full-fledged manufacturing unit in his hospital in the basement. Our college did not have a 5-axis machine. I saw a 5-axis machine in his workshop. I had seen those machines only in the industry, and this doctor was using those 98, 99. And when he first came, I thought probably he just wants us to develop, but after seeing his setup, I was totally amazed, stunned. And I asked him, why are you doing this? He was talking more engineering than medicine, and I was asking him, sir, why are you doing this? He says, because my patients cannot afford those imported implants. A simple nail, tungsten alloy nail, 2,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees. You put 3 nails, 9,000 rupees. What is the cost of that nail? Maybe 100, 150 rupees. But because it is imported, they all even sterilize it, before using into the body of the patient. In any case, it's sterilized. But still, the plates, very expensive. He says, my patients can't afford. So I'm thinking of alternatives. I'm thinking of what I can provide to my patients at an economic. So now he has a full-fledged That basement is now converted into a physiotherapy setup. He has a separate manufacturing unit where all his implants, whatever goes into the patient bodies, are manufactured, tested, certified, and then used into the patient. This is the kind of, he spent 60 years into this profession, but he's more of an engineer. And it was very apt, ma'am, to have Dr. Sancheti speak to us this morning. Hi, Dasmeet. Dr. Dasmeet Kokar. He's a pediatric surgeon. Genius, I would say. A round of applause for Dr. He operates on newborns, little children, everything, anything and everything. And so passionate is he about his profession. He has been invited by the BJ Medical College. He's on one of their chairs. He teaches. He's an honorary teacher there, professor there. While he has his practice, he also writes for pediatric journal. It's perhaps the only Indian to be, on the editorial of a pediatric journal, if I'm mistaken. Very skilled, very dexterous hands, to do surgery. It requires a lot of skill, to operate on a small baby, newborn, all kinds of problems, ailments. But he's more than that. He's very, very versatile. Right? And what we need today is thinking minds. We need people who can think, who can be innovative, who could be different. So when we talk of the global competition and the kind of exports that we have, we talk of quality on one end and low cost on the other. And there is always this tug of war, there is always this pull. We want the best and best at the cheapest price. And we always want to make sure that there's no compromise on quality. There's no compromise on safety. More so when we are dealing with human body. So whether it is affordability, availability of a device, the quality or its reliability, how long will it last? Many times, we have implants and then we say, okay, if the bone grows, if the child is growing, maybe after a period of time, maybe a year or maybe more, depends on how the body takes it, you remove the implant. But if it's an old patient, an aged person, then you don't remove the implant. Probably it's there in the body for as long as you live. What are our local needs? And then we have technology on the other hand. We talk of 3D printing, additive manufacturing, medical diagnostic imaging, sensors, data analytics, artificial intelligence, cobots, collaborative robots used in medical surgery. So this is Professor Ravi's tagline, invented in India for Indians, made in India by Indians. And what is his thought process? Professor Ravi always says, from bedside to bedside. From the hospital bed to the bench where you work, you create your product, make use of your device, bring it to the market, to reach back to the hospitals, from bedside to bedside. So IT is information technology. We are all familiar with this, nothing new about this. 10 million youth employed in the IT sector. We have revenues of $150 billion. India has done a lot on the IT front. It's on the hardware that very little India has been able to achieve. We still use Intel chips. Software is something which is, there are 1 billion mobile users. IT is very much an integral part of our system. IT is everywhere. I would say it's all permeating. No matter what branch of engineering, whatever be the application in life, wherever we are, IT is now becoming an integral part of it. So IT on one hand stands for information technology. Professor Ravi also puts it as Indian talent. So this is the jugaad that he says. You have to think differently. I don't have a mirror and I need to shave. India has 3 times the population of the United States, so we should have 3 times more brains than those in the US. And believe me, almost all Fortune 500 firms use Indian talent, use Indian brain, Indian manpower. IT also, according to Professor Ravi, is ideal translation. So he has defined these 4 valleys of death. In the academia world, we look at proof of concepts. So we have a thought process, we have some idea, and that is what all of us will be doing at MEDHA. Converting our ideas into some proof of concept to make sure that yes, it is doable, it is workable. Once we are able to demonstrate that this can work, we move on to the next step of building a prototype. A prototype, which is a functional model of showing that yes, whatever we have created can actually work in real time. So the first stage is to define, create a proof of concept, develop a prototype, and then the most challenging task is to deliver the product. Most difficult thing. You make something which must also have aesthetics incorporated into it, ease of use, ease of operation, ease of maintenance, highest quality. So you try to work on different parameters simultaneously to make sure that we are able to deliver a product which would be accepted by the masses. And then the real challenge comes that you have demonstrated a proof of concept, created a prototype, gone ahead by creating a product, and then we need to deploy that, take it to the market. Make sure that the market is going to accept whatever we have created. So we say that for this, it's a journey. You become an entrepreneur, we help you incubate, we get you seed funding to create your prototype, we help you to brand, position your product in the market. We help you to make sure that you are able to grow in the market. So you need an incubator to handhold the activities that you have carried out. Incidentally, there is a ratio to this. The kind of efforts that you need to put in. So according to Professor Ravi, these are, he calls them the valleys of death. It's a challenge at each step. We never know that we might even create a product, but it may not be accepted by the market. Or we may face a challenge in creating the product itself at the prototyping stage. It might just die off there itself. So what we need to create this proof of concept is about 20 to 50,000, maybe 2 to 5 lakhs to create a prototype, 25 to 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs to create a product, and then a couple of crores to produce these products in bulk and sell it in the market. So the thought process of BETIC, driving this biomedical engineering innovation, technological innovation, also helping support these products through incubation. There are a series of events that take place at BETIC. The first one of them, this happens every year, a series of events. The first one of them is medical device hackathon that we are holding here. So we have had two earlier, one in Mumbai and one in Nagpur. This is the third in the series. So what the doctors need, what the clinicians need, how can we convert those needs into potential models? We need support of each and every one who's going to be a part of this system. So we need a clinician, we need a designer, we need a mechanical engineer, we need an electronics engineer, you also need to know IT. But here we see we have students of School of Bioengineering, they have everything, in them. It's all integrated. So integrated talent, I would say. IT. You have everything that you could ask for. The clinicians are here. We are grateful to the clinicians, doctors from BJ Medical College and also from Myers Medical College in Talegaon. Dr. Gupta sir is here with his team. So it's a 2-day event. And we filter out those potential ideas, those proof of concepts which are going to influence the masses and take them to the next level, that is the MEDHA. It's a 1-week camp. This year it's going to be organized, so some of you can find yourself at IIT Bombay from 28th of September to 2nd of October. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's 5-day event. 1-week event. IIT Bombay provides for accommodation, the hospitality. And we are given 1 week to actually build a prototype at this MEDHA event. Once we are able to create this, then we have a 1-year window at BETIC. BETIC, the lead center at IIT Bombay, you can work there for a year. You can work at COEP, you can work at VNIT, and the other satellite centers. You can work at this institute for a year to try and develop a product out of your prototype. Then we also have an exhibition arranged, a medical device, Indian medical device exhibition, wherein these products are displayed. We bring various companies, various people to on one forum to see your product and see how this product could be deployed to be brought in market. And once this exhibition is done, we have a year's window because we get different inputs, feedback from different end users. We can further evolve, develop our product, and then it could be incubated. So the name of the business incubator, technology business incubator at IIT Bombay is SIGN. Likewise at COEP, it's called the Bhau Institute of Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Leadership. It's open to all. It's open to all. It's not only for students of IIT Bombay, SIGN. It's not, COEP Bhau Institute is not only open to students from COEP. Any one of you wanting to come there and have your own startup, we give you office space, we handhold you, we give you funding for your prototypes, we give you funding for your products. We find angel investors, venture capitalists coming and investing in your company. So you don't need any funds. What you need is your mindset. How am I going to think? Am I going to think differently? Am I going to create something different, something new? Is all that we need. All that we need is that willpower. Yes, I will do something different. I will not be a job seeker but a job provider. I will not see a boss every day in the morning, but I want to be my own boss. These young students here, sitting here. How many of you want jobs? I'm very happy. How many of you want to become entrepreneurs? Create your own jobs. Ma'am, you should stand up and say, wonderful. This is what our country needs today. You get all the support, all the help that you need. And what more better for bioengineers to look at biomedical devices, implants, whether it is diagnostics, rehabilitative, surgical, assisted aids, whatever it be. You have every opportunity to create something different, something which is needed by the clinicians. They desperately need some device, and we can always bring it to the table for them. That is why Professor Ravi says from bedside to bedside. So this is the BETIC funnel that we have, the list of activities that go on year long, and this happens year on year. This entire initiative is funded by the Rajiv Gandhi Science and Technology Commission, Government of Maharashtra, and the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. So probably in 3 years' time, from bed to bench to business to back to bed. So we have had these medical device hackathons which brings together the clinicians, the industrial designers, the electronics and the mechanical engineers together. And this is happening at MIT ADT, the design school, the bioengineering school. You have everything that we have. And the clinicians are also sitting here. All that we need to do is apply our minds, see what we can create differently on the table. So we look at the medical device hackathon. have a look at the videos of the problem statements that we have. We have small teams that are going to be formed. Dr. Rupesh will tell us the composition of the teams of the clinician, designer, electronics, mechanical engineering combination. Then we brainstorm, you can sketch, you can create a prototype or a small working model by the end of the day today or tomorrow, and then make a presentation to the jury. Some of these could be nurtured further at the MEDHA event. You can take it forward, you can have your own startups, whatever funding, whatever support you need will be provided from time to time. Some of these could also become your BTech projects for evaluation. So this was the MEDHA, which was held last year. Ma'am was speaking to a little while ago of this event which happened last year in July at COAP, and with the support of the entire team from IIT Bombay, COAP faculty, staff, students, VNIT faculty, staff, students, everyone was there to help us organize this event. For us, it was the first of its kind experience last year. We had senior professors from BJ Medical College, Dr. Smith is here. He was there last year as well. And we were able to conduct this event, and one of the devices, and in subsequent slides I will show you, one of the devices that came up through MEDHA also got support of 50 lakhs from the BIRAC grant through the Government of India funding. 50 lakhs to have your own startup. So, number of such devices have already had success with the Government of India funding. I think 2 from IIT Bombay, 2 from IIT Bombay, 2 from COAP so far. It's the big grant, bio-ignition grant. That is. So I was mentioning about this MEDHA, which is to happen, and some of your ideas could be taken to MEDHA. You could be a part of this 5-day event at IIT Bombay. And MEDHA also gives fellowships. So it's not about only getting prizes, but it's also probably it's important for you as students to add in your CV that we had a MEDHA fellowship from IIT Bombay, or we worked at IIT Bombay, or we created a device at IIT Bombay. So it's an opportunity, and this opportunity is not for everyone. You're fortunate that MEDHA is being organized here, and we have to thank Dr. Kaisers and Renuman for spearheading this initiative and bringing MEDHA activities at MIT School of Bioengineering. So this is something where you have a great opportunity to leverage. Explore the different clinical needs, come up with different solutions, and it's more important is the networking. It is through networking that peer learning takes place. We learn differently. We learn in the classroom. We learn from those e-learning, your online courses and books and so on and so forth. But what is impactful today is social learning and peer learning. And we all are in times of technology where this social learning has a great impact, and then peer learning. At COEP we have as many as 34 clubs. We have an arts club, we have a debating club, we have a robotics club, we have a mathematics club, we have a history club. You would say, what history is to do with engineering? We have a satellite club. We don't have an aerospace department, but our undergraduate students worked for 7 long years. 7 years, 7 batches passed out. The baton was passed on from one batch to the other. 7 long years. And they manufactured a satellite which was accepted by ISRO and launched in space. For 0.25 undergraduate students. And the idea of the satellite came from a student from civil engineering. Now you would wonder what civil engineering has to do with satellites. So it was peer-to-peer learning. I mean, it's really powerful, and this is, you forget everything in these 2 days, and I'm only into MEDHA. I'm trying to co-create. Dr. Sancheti talked of research. It's creation of knowledge. That is what you're going to do today. Probably you're going to research. Bring on the table proof of concept, and once you have this concept, you say, now I can take it to the next level, that is innovate. Take it to market, where market will value this product. That is innovation. This is glimpse of MEDIC at COEP last year. We also had Dr. Sancheti speak to us on the valedictory function last year. This is our team of researchers from IIT Bombay, COEP and VNIT. You see all smiling faces. They're not tired of research. In fact, research is their energy, it's excitement. Because they are into it. What is most important for our young friends here is that you are going to become bioengineers. And when this profession meets your passion of creating something, then you too can become a researcher. So it's all about profession meeting passion. How much passionate are you about creating these devices? It could be devices, it could be implants, it could be surgical aids, it could be a software, it could be a tool, whatever it be. Make it your passion. Then you will be able to create something, and probably you could also find yourself in this picture. I tried hard, but I could not enter the team. They kept me. They say we need people who are passionate. You are not passionate. You have a profession of teaching, you go and teach. Don't come here. So this is the some of you who haven't been to IIT Bombay. A wonderful center led by Professor Ravi and Dr. Rupesh and the entire team. They're all here, sitting, standing. And the vision of this center is come out with those ideas which have an impact on human life, impact of technology to Indians. The mission is bed to bed. Whatever the patient needs, create something, make something which is affordable, which is accessible, and give it to the patient from bedside to bedside. And the process, a very wonderful process, conceived by Professor Ravi. This is his presentation, to define, to develop, to deliver, to deploy. I will tell you those in the coming slide. The Betic cell at IIT Bombay has a separate room, an ideation room, a CAD lab, prototyping facilities, state of the art, one of the kind, for prototyping facilities at IIT Bombay. Something, a machine you would always want to see, you would always want to do something, create something, They have a metal 3D printer, amazing. The cost would be in the range of 3.5 crores. And then they have an electronics unit. Very frequently at center, Professor Ravi, Dr. Rupesh, they invite clinicians to come and talk to them, to tell them what are their medical needs, what are their problems. And if they start providing solutions, then how they can better those solutions, and so on. These are some pictures. This is Dr. Manisha Agarwal, the orthopedic surgeon. This is C.J. Thakkar, also an orthopedic surgeon. This is Dr. Bansal. He is a laparoscopic surgeon. Dr. Anvay Mule, a cardiologist. He operates out of Fortis. This is dental. A lot of work could be done on the dental side. Maxillofacial surgeons, prosthodontics, implantology, oral implantology, so on and so forth. A lot of work. So this is Dr. Neeraj. So this is a surgery procedure at BJ, and this is at Fortis. So Rupesh, he has this unique distinction of walking into OOTs, seeing patients being operated, because he ultimately, the challenge lies in front of him is to convert whatever the doctor needs into a mechanical, maybe a combination of mechanical, electrical, functional device which can help or ease out the procedure to be conducted by the doctor. So he has seen a large number of surgeries. I don't know what not he is into. And, so, in some time, or probably now itself, I can say, he's more of medical doctor than, if you listen to him and if you see his presentations, it's all medical. He's a mechanical engineer, but only talking of medicine. So these are the 4 steps that Dr. Ravi, the process that is conceived by Professor Ravi as to how we can create a product, a medical device or an implant which can reach the masses. So we define a problem, we need the clinicians, we need the doctors to tell us what is their need, and then we develop the second valley of death. We deliver. We see the entrepreneur in ourselves. We try to create a product of whatever we have prototyped, whatever we have developed, and then we make sure that it reaches the end user, because it is from bedside to bedside. And in the process, if you are an entrepreneur, you also make some money for yourself. Not some money, lot of money for yourself. So it's all about team building, clinical immersion, problem definition, concept and feasibility. So you come together along with the clinician, an engineer, a designer, a doctor, coming together, trying to see what is required, then trying to come up with a detailed design, maybe a virtual prototype, a sketch. There are different ways in which you can create different prototypes. we won't go into that. Then you rapid prototype, 3D print, and you have a functional prototype. Look into the good manufacturing practices where the product is not only made, but you also need to make sure it has some certification level. You reach some quality standard. And then there is preclinical testing, clinical trials. So a lot of the devices that have come out of IIT Bombay, COAP, VNIT have been subjected to trials. And it's only after the doctor's feedback, the patient's feedback, one can think of bringing them to the market. So the association, we tie up with the hospitals to make sure these devices are used by the doctors on the patients, and the success and the feedbacks that help us to redefine or reinvent the device once again, so that it becomes more adaptable and then we make sure that it's patented, it's secured, it is in your name. So there is a policy in place at IIT Bombay, COAP, VNIT, where 1/3 recognition once you patent it. So there is also support for patent filing. So there is funding coming from the center, and 1/3 patent credit goes to the clinician. 1/3 to the engineers or the group of engineers who are there, and 1/3 rests with the center, and it's 30% actually, and 10% royalty if it gets commercialized goes to the institute, whether it's IIT Bombay or CAP. So far, the success story has been that we've worked on 400 unmet clinical needs, and 1/3 we have been able to develop, which means 2/3 have been filtered out. We have not been able to make progress. Out of those 125, about 1/3 of that, that's about 45, we have been able to create a product out of it. And 15 have actually reached the market. So the remaining 30 are still in the pipeline. So if you see the conversion ratio, it's just a coincidence. There is no magical number of 1:3, but just a coincidence that out of the 400 different problem statements that IIT Bombay, COAP, VNIT and all other satellite centers put together worked on, about 125 or so thereabout, we could create prototypes. About 45 of them actual products, and 15 are actually used in the market today. So we have a stroke detector, a glaucoma screener to detect, in the eye, whether, see, diabetes is one thing which could affect your eyesight, and if it's, it could just make you blind, right? So a device, where you could go to the villagers and, it could detect this glaucoma and, save the retina of the patient, So something new, something unique. You'll see all kinds of devices. I think Dr. Rupesh will be able to justify this better than me. We have a smart stethoscope. The stethoscope, the doctor is seeing your heartbeat, but it is being recorded on your mobile, being transmitted to. So even a nurse can record the heartbeat. Place this. You don't even need a nurse. Even you can use that stethoscope. If somebody is not feeling well, there is a change in the rhythm of the heart. You just keep the stethoscope. The beats are transferred to the doctor, and he tells you what's wrong with you, what medicine you need to take. So, therapy or medication from a distance is also possible. These are actually deployed. These 15, these are the ones which have already been given. You're the one, isn't it? Yes, he is the creator of this wonderful stethoscope. Would you like to say a few words? One or two sentences? Humble researcher, entrepreneur, stethoscope in market. He said, I will speak after some time. Smart stethoscope. So we have stethoscopes, but they've put and they have adapted that, with a small appliance which can detect and transmit these heartbeats, capture these heartbeats. Surgery planner. 2D X-rays, they get converted into 3D, and then it becomes very easy for the doctor to detect the bone fracture from all possible directions, and then one can work on that. A biopsy gun, diabetic foot screener. You just keep that, and it tells you, about because when patients become diabetic, the feet, could can have gangrene and then maybe have to be amputated, or I don't know. Clinicians know better. And to detect, so some kind of device, clubfoot brace monitor for kids. Children are born with this deformity on their feet. The feet are tilted, inclined, and to correct that, So there is a clubfoot brace, you put that on the child. It takes 6 months to 1 year, or maybe a little more, and then the child that deformity can be corrected. Nasal implants, something from VNIT Nagpur, used by ENT surgeons to assist. There's also a nasal surgery forceps, maxillofacial surgical jape, the aortic wall, which is what Dr. Memule uses. So using the tissue, from the body. Normally, what is done is, there are patients who require wall replacement, so they use artificial walls, and these artificial walls are, made of animal skin or something like that. And instead of using this artificial wall, which costs maybe 20,000, you don't need to buy an artificial wall. You can use the pericardium of the heart, and then cut out the wall. He actually carves out, right? So there is a device which tells him how to calculate the dimensions of that wall, and he uses that. He makes a wall out of it while the patient is on heart-lung machine when the surgery is on, and then he makes the wall out of his own pericardium of the patient, and then puts it back into the heart. Amazing, something. Dr. Anvay Mule, one of the leading cardiac surgeons in Mumbai, is using this. Then there is this laparoscopic instrument. It gives ease of maneuvering and seeing, and also suturing. So this is a multi-degree device which the surgeons are using. There is a spray gun. There is abrasion of skin. And you want to deposit against skin over that. Skin gets burned. You have a burnt patient with burns. And so you take out slice of skin, peel off the skin, chop it, grate it, and again spray it back. Skin on skin, self-skin. So there are different devices. Hybrid splint plaster, which also got funding of 50 lakhs from the government of India. That spray gun also has funding of also the surgery planner also has funding. Yes. And stethoscope also. You must come and tell that 50 lakhs you got from government of India. Nobody is going to take away those 50 lakhs. It's all yours. But talk to you. So this is using that pericardium. Dr. Muley is trying to create that aortic valve, and we have a prosthetic. Is there a video? So these are some of the. So what we see here are some of those 15 devices. So,
I also know the glucose screen is it? Bandara hospital.
no, this is in Nagpur side.
Bandara is not.
Bandara district.
Device there in India.
It is made at Betik. All these devices that we are showing are made at Betik, and they are being used.
It can be a very wonderful thing because glaucoma is the main cause of blindness.
Right.
But if we can detect early, we can prevent.
Exactly.
If it is quite
So it's a portable device. They just keep it, and you can detect.
It will be an extremely wonderful thing. I am a ophthalmologist, retina specialist, and glaucoma is again nowadays thought to be related with retina.
Right.
So if it can detect glaucoma very early, so it will be a really very wonderful thing.
So this is already there in the market, sir. So we'll give you one device. So you can try it out and give us some inputs, feedback. We can maybe redefine,
Yes.
and reinvent that whole thing with modifications and.
Extremely wonderful thing for glaucoma to detect in masses, in
Yeah.
villages and other places.
So this is basically for using in remote areas.
Yes.
So we'll give you one such. You give us a feedback, and if it's okay with you, probably we can scale it up. And yes. So these are one of those 15 devices that are actually being used by the doctors of the patients.
Thank you, sir.
So all of these that we see here, over there you can see the videos. So this is the prosthesis. This is that limb. Thank you. So this is what the media has to say about Betik and the kind of work that is being done here. And this is all because we have a committed set of individuals who have said that no, we want to create low-cost medical devices for our countries. Invent in India for Indians, made in India by Indians. That is the tagline that Professor Ravi has been. Professor Ravi also has a book. So all his, last few years of work, he took 6 months sabbatical from IIT Bombay to write this book on the essence of medical device innovation. And a wonderful book, a must-read book, very simple, highly informative, and it talks of the potential of creating medical devices in the country. The book also has an ISO certification. This is the little Betik family. So we have IIT Bombay, COEP, VNIT Nagpur, and then we have a couple of other satellite centers, and this is where you can see MIT, ADT, Pune. A big round of applause for them. So this is Somaya College, Mumbai. This is GH Raisoni College, Nagpur, and then there are other sub-centers also connected to it. It's one small family. It's right. So one family, led by Professor Ravi. So, the network is large, and I would want to thank you for this patient listening. I'm not sure if I have done adequate justice to his presentation, but whatever Professor Ravi wanted me to say, I have tried to project in a few words. I know it's taken long, but this is better, right? If you want to clap, you clap. Come, Dr. Rupesh, come here. Your entire team. Nani, Aye, please come. Aye, please come. All mentors. Come fast. 24/7, they live better. Such is their commitment, such is their passion. And they have nothing but only Betik in mind. If you ask Dr. Rupesh about his family, he will talk of Betik, not of his family. So, wonderful set of people. All of us, including me, have had a great opportunity to learn from each one of them. They are all great teachers. They won't let you know that they are teachers. They call themselves mentors, facilitators, whatever. Right? But all of us learn from them, and I'm sure when Professor Ravi is there in the evening, you will see how charged the atmosphere is. It's a little unfortunate he has taken it otherwise. So thank you all for this patient listening.